So, good morning, everybody. Just trying to start up here right now. So, bear with me just a minute. Here I am. Good morning, everybody. It's the Early Bird Show. I had some trouble in finding the right overlay because I was experimenting with that. But here we are. And I hope everybody is right. Okay, not right, but everybody is okay after yesterday because, well, Bitcoin got hit yesterday and Ride got hit yesterday. So really be sure. I just want to make sure that everybody's okay and that you're all right and did not lose too much money because it's just it was something yesterday, I think. So let me know if you are all right and if you're doing okay on this early morning. It's a beautiful day here in the Netherlands. It's 10 o'clock, sun is shining, so I think it's okay weather-wise. And we're going to talk some stocks. I added some stocks on my watch list because, well, a lot was going on. Also in post-markets yesterday. So let me know, is everybody okay? No big losses on Bitcoin, right? How did you guys do? Good morning, Delusion of Reprieve. Good morning, OP. Good morning, Christian. Fisker did good for you. Lady Robin Hood, you were surviving. I really feel for all those people who were. I really want that everybody makes money in this market because, well, that's what we all are here for. And just looking at Ride yesterday, it's just what happened there. I'm going to put up my screen now in order to look at that. Hey, Brittany, good morning. Your BTC wallet is secure and not been seized by the FBI. Okay, OP. Good morning, YOS. You did good on Clough, Brittany. That's just great. Good to hear. So I talked to my producer yesterday, and this is what he told me. More hits, please, and more subscribes, and more reactions under this video. If you're watching this not live, but just having your morning coffee a few hours later, this is all the valuable information that you need if you're going to day trade today. We will make sure that you get the right stocks to trade, and I will give you the levels to trade off, and trying to give you some background on why those levels are chosen by me. But just look at Ride yesterday. This is what happened yesterday. This is a 15-minute candle. Unbelievable. From $14.10 to $10.14, $4 in 4 minutes. In 15 minutes, sorry. So I hope that no one got hit on in Ride here. Lordstown Mobile. Yeah, I know, OP. So that's just what, that's just, woo. Hey, Apple supporter, good morning. Joymatic, good morning. You think specs are coming back, Christian? Okay. Well, they did come back a little bit, I thought. Yes. So that's. I watched the show yesterday with our Tower of Wisdom, Chris Ketje, and he was giving some good information on that spec show yesterday together with Mitch. So nobody got hit by Bitcoin yesterday. Everybody's okay. Mary, should you buy cloth or wait for a dip? Well, that's the big question, Mary. Stock 77, Sophie. I don't know what you mean by that, but that's okay. OP, you bought 2 XPEF shares yesterday. Yeah, it was a great interview by the CEO of, no, he was not the CEO, he was the vice president, I think, of XPEF. Thank you, Stock 77. Appreciate that, really. So let's talk about Sophie. Were you in this one, or were you not? Stock 77? Not stocks. Down on Mara, Joymatic, yeah. Okay, let's look at this Sophie deal. What's going on here? So this is a former spec, I believe, is it? I think it is. Did nothing when it opened here, and then just this big spike up. You're looking at the daily right now, so this is a huge spike, of course, from $12 to $22. Holy moly. And then tempered down a little bit down here, and then came up again all the way to 28.16. Rejected that. Then came down again here. You know what's going on here, more or less. Don't you? Anybody tell me? If you look at Neil's show, Get Technical, then you know what I mean by this. Anybody? So we are day traders here. So I'm going to look at this for a day trade, and this is here are a lot of highs here in this region right here. If you want to swing trade this one, then you can look at something like this. And what will happen, I think, is something like that. This. What could happen, not what will happen, because nobody knows anything. If you listen to Dennis Dick every morning or every afternoon, and you know what he says, nobody knows anything. So if you expect something like this to happen, yes, stocks. Yes, Marianne Petrescu. Yes, Steve. So as a swing trade, you know what you're looking for right here in this if you are on Get Technical with Neil, then you know what's happening now. So if you are in a swing trading business and you think, okay, I'm going to swing trade this one, then you can see this cup and handle here. As a day trader, because every stock I'm talking about here is as a day trader, you can use the levels that I give you for any other kind of investment or swing trade that you want, but as a day trader, I'm looking now at this at these levels here. So let's look at this a high here, this 2450, 2440, 2448, 2430, 2470. So here, after this big spike up here, this is clearly some kind of a level that's meaning something to the people who are in this stock. So it couldn't get above that and really tries to get above that right now. So if you're looking for some kind of support, then this 2447, I'm going to make that one lila. And if we're going to make something lila, then you know what it means. It means it's really is purple because I'm colorblind. so this is 2447. This one. This is clearly some kind of resistance, and you can see that here also in the post market. So this is what happened yesterday. Couldn't get above this 25 mark here, and now it's just around this 2447 level again. So what do you want to see after a spike up like this yesterday? This is the 50 minutes. So in 30 minutes time, this one went up from 21 to 24. That's $3 in 30 minutes. So now I want you to get in the heads of the people who were in this one here. People who bought it here and bought it here, and people who bought it here. So people who bought it here and said, okay, I'm not going to day trade this one. This is just looking very good because it's just was choppy here and now it's getting a lot of volume and going in here at 2165. Then you want to know what they are going to do if they wake up this morning at 7 and their platforms are opening at 7 and at 8. Most platforms are opening for retail traders at 7 and 8 in the morning. What are they going to do if they are sitting here at 2168 and they see that it's now at 2537? Two kinds of people. Some people will say, okay, I'm going to take my profit and get out. And the other people will say, okay, it's up, so I'm staying in there. So while getting into the head of these people, I think it's very important that you do that sometimes if something went up like this, just before market closes, and then this is happening during post market, so not a lot of volume, so everybody is now hesitating what to do. If you look at the hourly, then you can see that very clear, and if you look at the hourly, something is forming here also. So this is just consolidation in post market. So people saw this big spike up, and then this is post market consolidation station on the hourly. And if you do all that, and if you look at a stock like this, from what are people going to do here, then you can build your own strategy. So a lot of people are going to take profits. So this was a post-market high and didn't get any further than this. And this was the other, this was the post-market high just in the beginning. And this was the other one here at 25.50. And now in pre-market, so this is pre-market. What you can see right now is that some profit taking is taking place already. So knowing that 2447 is some kind of a level, based on our dailies, then we can put in this level here. This is the post-market low, which is now at 23.47-ish. And then we have our three levels that we're going to watch during pre-market. So this is 23.47, this is 24.47-ish, and this is 25.51, exactly around numbers. So the $0.50 numbers right here. And this is what you should be aware of if you want to trade this as a day trader. So you don't want to see this 23.47 breaking, because then the next real level, this is only way up, and then just one little pullback, but this is all the way up. So if it gets under this 23.47, and then it just might fall down again. People don't believe in the stock anymore. So you need this 23.47 to hold, and this 24.47, then it's 25.51, and then the next target can be all the way up to 28.81. Now some buyers are stepping in here. It's just around VWAP right now. So if you want to play this one, and if you want to get into people's heads, then be watching this one during pre-market, and especially at 7 o'clock. So at 7 o'clock and at 8 o'clock, you get these big spikes because people put in their orders sometimes, and then can get spikes like these to the downside, or spikes like these to the upside, people buying or people selling. Because people who are in here, maybe they put an order in here when markets open, and then to sell if, and then or at market price. And then a lot of selling is going on, so you can expect something like this, but you can also expect something like this if a lot of people who were not in here thinking, okay, it's up, it's up, it's up, so they go up and they buy it. So when I tell you when markets open and you don't see any levels, then what you see me do often, that I say you just what you play this one on price action. Price action is really something that you have to learn, and there are a lot of free courses where you can learn how to trade price action. I'm going to tell you something about it next week in a show that is not live, but just to how to trade on price action. And what you first see in, let's say that this is market open right now, what you can see is something like this happening, something like this happening, and something like this happening. I was so good at this. So, and then maybe something like this happening. And what you see here in the first minutes, this is called price discovery. So nobody knows anything. And when the stock is up like this, then this is what we call price discovery. So everybody's determining, okay, what's happening here? Are there a lot of sellers? Are there a lot of buyers? What's happening here? Price discovery. This is what's called price discovery, is if the stock reacts like this. And if everybody is positive, then also this can happen. So this is not price discovery. This is just going to the moon. And I am not chasing these kind of moves, because just might go up here and you don't know what this candle will do. So if it just goes up like this and you want to chase this one, I did that more than once in my lifetime, and just think, oh, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up, I'm going to get in, FOMO. So I'm not going to do that unless there's a level here, 25.51. Then I'm going to put my limit order just above that. I'm not putting it under there, because I'm not an aggressive player, breakout player. I really want to see this one break out and then get in. Then you might get in on this candle, but never get in on the first candle in the first minute. No, I'll never say never, but I never get in the first candle in the first minute like this, because it's far too risky. And if you play this 100 times and you win 100 times, then please do that. But I did not, and I lost a lot of money doing that. So please be aware. So this is called price discovery in the beginning. and the market is not closed after 5 minutes, so it's open for 7 hours. So don't go chasing the first minute just because you're having FOMO and you saw what Clough did yesterday and you say, okay, I want to be in this one. So if I say trade something on price action, then what you first have to do is be sure that you know what this is. This is price discovery. So knowing what the price will do, knowing what's going on here, will it go up? Will it go down? Will the sellers who are in this stock in here, will they all take profit, and will this will go on? Nobody knows after when you are here just before markets open. You can guess, but nobody knows. And if anybody tells you that they know, then they are brilliant. So that's how how I would trade a stock like this. So be aware of those levels here that I just almost erased. Be sure that there's price discovery, and after that there's price action, and then trade it on price action. No, not trade. You don't have to trade this on price action. I'm sorry. Wait for price discovery. Just wait a little bit till you see what's going on. And if it just goes off and go to the moon without you, then it goes to the moon without you. That's how it is. That happened to me more than once. So the levels for Sophie are 23, 47, 24, 45-ish, 25, 51. Georgescu, good morning. You're welcome, Stock 77. XPEF, yeah, why not? We're almost 25 minutes into the show, and I'll only discuss these two stocks, but I think it's worth to sometimes stay a little bit longer on a stock, because you really have to get in the head of the minds of people. And what you also can do, and what I always do just before opening, the 30 minutes before opening, I go to all the other channels, and you know all the other channels. I don't have to tell you who they are. And I'm going to look how they're going to trade the stock that I want to trade. And then if they're going to short it, like for example, so this is XPEF. XPEF had trouble getting above this level here. So this is, what is it, 40.16. So now here it is during pre-market, it's trying to get there. You see that it's going up, but it doesn't get to that 14.15. So there are now two ways of playing this one. You can say, okay, when it gets to this 40.15, then it's a double top on a daily. And you can see that here, okay? So it's a double top on a daily. So there are two kinds of players then. So if this one gets up here to this 14.15 here, then you can play this two ways. There are people who want to trade a breakout, so they're expecting something like this. So they're expecting something like this. And there are people who are playing the short. Yes, people who are expecting this on the next candle. So what I do then, I just gonna watch the shows, all the other shows, and all the other people who are also watching the same stock that I am watching. And if a lot of people are saying, okay, if it gets to 14.15 and I'm gonna short it, what I do then, I'm gonna set an order here at let's say 10 cents above it, so 40.25. Because people, if other channels are betting on shorting this one, and it is a short, and the shorts win it, so the bears win it, then it's a short and I'm just sitting here and doing nothing. But if the shorts do not win it because the bulls are stronger, then this might happen. And if it hits then 40.25, then a lot of people who do this on a 10-cent risk have to buy their stocks back, because if you're short, then you have to buy your stocks back if you want to get out. That's how the principle of shorts is working. So a lot of people are getting out here and then 40.25, and then you get this big squeeze up. And then here I am, I'm in 40.25 and I'm in for the win. So I do a lot of contrary plays. If if they win it, then there's no loss for me. I'm just not in it because here the bears win it and it's a short, and I'm fine with that. I'm just sitting here and waiting to get in. So if I'm not getting in, that's okay with me. But if the bears lose it, then you get in at 10 cents above the price approximately, and then you're waiting for the big squeeze, because everybody who is short at 14.15 really has to buy back its stock, and then the price goes up. That's the principle of a short squeeze. So there are two ways of playing XPEF, Roman, pushing all the way to 46. Well, not in a day trade, you know that, because it's just moving $2 a day. So that would be a little bit too much as a swing trade. You can look at this one, but it's up for a while now, and just hold on for a minute. So there are a few indicators to tell you that this one's oversold. So overbought, I'm sorry. So this 40.15 point here, this is 40.25, this is 14.15 point, is really something that you want to have a look at, because it was there once before right here at 40.47, and tried to get up there 1-2 times, missed it by $1 here, and missed it by just over $1 here, and you can see when the stock is overbought if it's above this 70 line on the relative strength indicator here. You always have to look back in what it did before. So here it was not even over the 70 and then fell down. And here it had to be over this 70 almost to 90, and then it fell down. So this is not just if it's over 17 then it's going down. Now you really have to look back and look at what it did on other occasions. So it just might go on for a little while, because now it's 80, and this big fall here, so on this candle here, was on 88-ish. So this is really going to be a battle between bears and bulls here. So on the 9 EMA it's overextended, as you can see here. So what you might expect is that it's just going to fall down here to this level, and it's also almost a low here and almost a low here. So people who want to short it will see something here and say, okay, it's now at 14. If I'm going to short it, I have the room to 36.38. So there's going to be some short interest in this, and there's going to be a lot of people who are in this from this point here. So get into people's heads. People who bought it here, well, they see the same thing that I'm seeing right now, and thinking, okay, if it doesn't not get past that 40.50 or that 40.50 40.15 level, then I'm going to sell it. So that you don't need all the short sellers, but you just people who are selling the stock after the big ride that they had here said, okay, if I'm just getting over this 40.15, then I'm going to sell it and price will go down and there's room to short it to 36.38. So will it get to 46? Maybe if there's a short squeeze and it can get there. I don't believe it will do that today, but well, you never know in this market. It's moving on an average of $2 almost, but 40.15 is really the level on XPEF. Thank you for that, Adrian. Sorry. So how are we doing on the likes and subscribes, guys? So my producer is back. There she is. Up, Sally. There she is. It's another hot day here in the Netherlands. Oh, hot, it's 25 degrees Celsius. But, if you want to see what I'm doing during the day, then follow me on Twitter. The Twitter handle is also below this video, and I think this is very important that you. No, it's not very important. It's very educational if you follow me on Twitter. That's what I'm thinking, and all the content here are as you information purposes only. Say that enough. So yesterday, looking back at yesterday, and then we're going to talk stocks after this one. So looking back at yesterday, I tweeted this one, guys, and I did get only 1 or 2 responses. So if I'm going to tweet something, it's just nice that you like that tweet also, because otherwise I'm just feeling like I'm doing this and nobody's watching, which is also fine, but this is the double bottom on MRO. So I established that this was a level, didn't hold that level. And we established this 13.25 here at the bottom is also a level. Can you see that? Or let me take this one out. So can you see that? So this is a double bottom. This is the 5 minute on the left hand side of my screen, and this is the 1 minute on the right hand side of my screen. So this is a double bottom on the 5 minute, and a double bottom on the 5 minute means that this is a reversal signal. So you can get in here, somewhere here. If this is a double bottom forming, you get in here on the 1 minute chart, and I'm trying to write this one to 13.59 and then all the way up to 13.99. So that's the plan. So there's a double bottom here. So I'm getting in here, going all the way to VWAP and then just tempering down. But I know this 13.25, so this line is a level. So my stop loss is just below this level at 13.24. So I'm not anxious about it. I'm not scared. I'm getting in this one. Gets to VWAP, I know that it has trouble around VWAP. This brown line is VWAP, the volume weighted average, and this is always a strong level. So if you're getting in here from the downside up to VWAP, then you have a problem if it does not break. But I just stayed in here, did not take any profit because commissions would eat me up if I just took a small gain like this. So I'm getting in here, and my aim here is 30.59. That's my first one, and then 30.99. So you get in here, this is your stop loss because you know this is level, so you can use levels also if price action tells you that a reversal is coming up. So if I tell you price action is the one to trade, and you have a level and you have price action, this is price action. Double bottom, and then the next candle trying to get above that, so this is a nice high, so that's not a confirmation. I know that the VWAP is in a way, but I think, well, this MRO thing is strong. I'm just going to stay in there until I get stopped out here at 13.25. So I got here around, you can see that quarter to 10. And now this is 45 minutes later. So watched it go down, got up again, had a lot of trouble around VWAP. It just got above it, unread, above it, unread. But this is something, if I see this is just spike up, consolidation situation on VWAP, then I just know this one's going. So this one goes up, consolidation, goes up. A little bit of trouble here at this level here, and then went up further, and then your target is 13.99, and I think that stays on this one, and I don't know if anyone else was, but this was the play that you had to make on MRO yesterday, and you could have traded this one all the way up. I took some profit, 75%, got back in on it. I got out here, that's what, this was my first target. And now I remember, I got out here at 30.59, just taking the full profits. And then I thought, okay, when I'm getting in again if it's above this one. So took all my profit here. And when it broke this level, I knew that it could go all the way to 13.99 and got in again. So I played this one twice. And Stacy was with me. So I then just look at the thing that I said the day before yesterday. This was CCL. We played CCL here. And if you look here, somebody said to me, well, a VWAP play, but this was not just a VWAP bounce. No, it was not the exact VWAP bounce. And so this brown line here is the VWAP, volume weighted average. And if a stock goes up and hits this level here, or hits any level, or hits the top, and then comes down again, comes down strong, and then finds support on VWAP, then you would call that a VWAP bounce, and you can trade it back to the upside again. So if you miss this first spike, let it come down all the way till it bounces on VWAP and then get up again. This one did not exactly bounce on VWAP, it just stayed a little bit above it, but I was confident enough to take this one. So it doesn't have to bounce exactly on VWAP. If you shoot these big red candles here and then a green candle coming in after that, then you can say, all right, I'm going to get in, knowing that this VWAP will be my support, and also just under VWAP will be my stop. And then you get stopped out. So that was just about, that was just something from the day before yesterday. And now just let's do some stocks, because that's what we are here for. So I'm going to do the stocks, guys, and I'm going to do my favorites for today. And I'm going to not rush it, of course, but I'm going to be a little bit more up-tempo. And then after that, you can all put in your own tickers. I'm going to look at those tickers. And good morning, Cameron. So going to do my favorites for the day, and then going to do tickers. So watch this. ITUB. Oh, this is, I have to make this one red. So ITUB. Well, something similar like we saw on XPath. The levels that I put in here are the levels that you still can work off with, because this high is nice. So anything above 639 and 635 will be a long for me on iTube today. I think it's Brazilian, is it not? Or what is it? Spanish? I don't know. So two support levels here close to each other, 639, 635, and then this 656 is also a level, and you can see why. So on ITUB, 635, 639, and 656 are the levels that you can play this one from. MRO also on the watch list again, because it's such a nice day with this one yesterday. It is a stock that does not move that quickly, but sometimes that's just good enough. So you could see that there was more than 1 hour in that stock yesterday, and it treated me well. It's not the fast-moving stock, so maybe you want to see something like this go on again. So just a little dip here to this 1334 area, and then like we saw yesterday, but now on this level 1334. So coming down again to this level, and then just play it back to the upside. Real levels to the upside are the this 3075-ish area here. So on MRO, 1334, 1375, the two levels. SLB. So this is something that might happen to XPEF, the one that we looked at just a while ago. Look at this, it was overextended here to the top. It reached that top of 3688, which is and was a level, still is a level. Overextended here. You also can see that on a 9. If it's far from this 9 level here, then it's overextended. You even don't have to look at this RSI if you don't want to, but you can. And if you do that, and you see that if this one just gets above the 70 level here, then it falls down again. So you can, this is the proof of it. Gets above 70 and you get a pullback. This is above 70 and you get 2 days of pullback. So it's still above 70 now, so really careful with this one. If you want to play this one to the top, then as a breakout, then 3688 is your first level to watch, and 3047 is, I think, a tall order to go back all the way. So maybe you might want to put in this low here also, 3531. So levels for SLB are 3470, 3531, 3688. DVN also trying to get to the top, did not get there, but seems to find some support here on a 9 EMA now. So this green one is the 9 EMA on a daily. And this is just nicely following the trend. As you can see, in a big gap up, and then it's overextended on the 9 EMA here. That's what you can see here. And if it's a gap fill, it can also be a gap fill to the downsides. And there is some resistance here, or some support here at 28, but what you really want to do on wicks like these is play this one to the upsides, don't you? So just play this one. 3065 is the level that you really need as support. Then 3111 is also a level support or resistance. Then 3193, you can play this one all the way up to 3193. And if you want to short this one, then the next support is 2968. Wish. You know what I'm going to say? Wish you were here. Cannot believe this move. So, you know what I'm going to say here. No levels, but the price action. Please be sure that if you do that you know what you're doing. And if you know what you're doing, what did I write here? Price action, yeah. Cloth. Yesterday we taught you price action. I'm going to tell you that again today. ARMK. Aramak. Well, this is something that is interesting to me because it's, a lot of nothingness here, but this nothingness can also be defined as consolidation station, and you see what happens then after that. So you're looking for a second day runner on this one. If I'm gonna play this one, I'm gonna play this one to the long sides. Be aware that this one can also be very choppy after days like this. So look at this, and this is the next day, just chop. This big move down, and then this big move down, and then this happens. So you want to see this one as a second day runner, and then you can fairly early in the game see that if that will be the case or not. So 37.23 is D level for me. I'm not going to look here because I'm not interested in it going down first and then going up. It might just be in consolidation station here for a while, and then you might look at this as a swing trade, because if it stays here for a while and then gets up, then it's also something nice to play. But I'm not a swing trader, but it just can be chop all day. So I'm looking for a second day runner, and then it has to be at 27.23 and above. Klein, second day runner. So this is what happened to Klein after this, and that's what we're looking for in RMK. So this is RMK, and what we're looking for here on CLNE is this move up. This is a little bit more interesting than the other one that we just saw, because of this. So normally I'm very hesitant to put any level in a stock room that moved this big, but surprise action will be the game. But the 1661 is certainly a level that you want to look at if you're going to play this one to the upsides. FIVN looks like to make some kind of a bounce here because of this one, just a little bit under it yesterday, but really trying to get above it, and might be just something that you want to look at, because it might go down again to 154, and then you can play the reversal long, which is my favorite play, as you all know, and there's no volume in this one whatsoever now, so this is the day before yesterday, and this was yesterday. Gonna call 154 and 163 as the two levels for FIVN. Can move $6 a day. AHT. Want to see a second day runner here on this one. No questions asked. So not going to bother looking at those levels. It's overextended by a long way, and that's normal after a move like yesterday, of course. And same thing applies to what we said to you about XPEF, because this is looking to be a double top, and if it will be a double top, then shorts will come in. So you can look at the 738 level and say, okay, that's a little bit too risky for me. I'm just going to get in here at 750. Something that you can do, and waiting for the squeeze. Then that's for Ashford Hospital. Side. Almost the double bottom here, and this is some kind of more or less some kind of a bounce. So I'm going to keep these levels in here: 160.99, 165.89, 168.42. And then let's do some small ones also. Blackberry. After this big day, this is just, people are thinking, okay, what's this gonna do? What's this one gonna do? You tell me. You certainly don't want to see this one fall under this 14.11 if you're long bias, because you want to trade this one to the upside. If you want to trade this one to the upside, 14.11 will be your support, and 16.61 to the top. Edu. We hoped that Edu, after this spike here, would just pick it up and go up again, but it's in consolidation station right now, and well, you can see here we talked a lot about double tops today, but if you look at the RSI here right now, so let's erase those. So now it's under 30 on this chart. And then you have to look at what did it do when, so this is under 30 also, and then just these little spikes up here. This is under 30 also by a long way, 22.91, and then you get this little spike up. So will this one go right now? It's I don't think so. So just want to see some more downside to this one before it will go up again, and it does not move up like in a big way. So be very careful. Careful. 764 is the level that you want to see holding on this one. It's now 833. Then so maybe spike down and then trade it to the upside, but not moving a lot today. But it can. Bingo. Also a bull and bear fight going on here. This is what we wanted to see. We didn't get that on bingo, so just waiting for that for another day, and that today is today. So bingo has to get above that 920 in order to play it to the long sides. SENS. This one can go. Price action on SENS, please. It's a difficult stock to trade. Ahmed, waiting for a breakout also here, did not happen. So this was 2 days ago, waiting for a breakout, 983, did not happen. The bears won this one and just pulling down right now, but sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of times the pullback is just the way to get in here. So if you want to play this one, then please be sure that it holds this 681. It's now trading at 8, so it should can move $1.20 on a day, and it's a lot for $8 stocks. So can be a big move. Two levels, 681 and 983. 983 being the breakout play. Fcell. So this is Fcell. Had a great day 2 days ago, and now it's just here in this consolidation phase. So price action, yes, sure, but you just might want to see 1156 as some kind of support, and then to the top 1265, and then the breakout also here because it didn't get above 1265 since April. MFIS, of course, MFIS, always MFIS, or Mavis as David Green calls it. So Mavis is just trying to get past this point of 23.42. Has a lot of trouble doing that, and I want to trade this one only to the upside when it breaks 23.42. Ford had a lot of trouble. We believed in Ford here in this candle, and then just no love for Ford today or the last four days, and if you want to play this, then you can see something happening here, of course. This little triangle here. This is not really a flagpole, and this is not really something that but it's just a pattern that you want to look at. So any break above this level here, above this trend line, is a long, and if it's not holding this to 15.18, then it's a short all the way to 14.27. GM, nonetheless, did the same thing on that day and picked it up. So this is what we expected from Ford to do in a few days ago, but what happened here is slowly grinding up. As a day trade, it's a difficult one, I think, because yeah. It's at the highest point since wait for it, since ever, it's all-time highs. And a stock at all-time highs, then you have to really make up your mind how you want to trade a stock that's an all-time highs. It's strong, and I don't short a stock at all-time highs. No, I never do, because it's strong. But a lot of people might want to do this. So a break of 64.50 here to the top would be nice. What would be nicer for me at least is just it pulls back all the way to 63, 61-ish, which is this blue opening range here, and then play it back to the upside. But that's just me talking. And then the last one, love. Let's see what happened here on love. They have earnings today, and not a lot happening today, so or the past days. Trade this one on price action, please. See what happens today. I don't know if the earnings are before opening or after, but might just get some volume in here and then trade this one on price action. Expecting this one to go up, but expectations mean nothing, even not from me. Can you believe that it is 11 o'clock? And can you believe that we did all the tickets that we did in 20 minutes? So I can do that. So I also do a live stream. Nice, Psycho. So you're making some promo for yourself now here. Yeah, this year is stocks only, Steve. We have our crypto experts at the Benzinga, and I'm gonna leave it to them because I tried crypto, of course, with just small amounts, just to see what happens there, and I cannot make any sense of it. So I'm staying out there, but we have just some great shows on crypto, so watch those. And just a question, guys: how are we doing on likes? Does anybody keep count? Because we need those likes. You know that. So guys, put in your tickets. If you did it already, then please put in your tickets one more time, and then we're gonna do some ticket time before we end this show, and put in the tickets. I'm gonna look what's going on with the dog, and I'll be back right after this.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. I think you guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
That's what I love about you guys. You know, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.
So guys, did you see that? It's all about the community, and the community, that's you guys. And I'm so glad that this community is doing what it's doing today and all the other days, because it is all about the community, and it's all about the tickets that you put in and the comments that you give to each other. I can see that that you chat also a great deal while watching me and talk to each other, or that's just that's just how it is. Like it or the dog will get you. That's how it is. Look at this, Stacy B. Which one should we choose? Damn early, Benzinga damn early, with the tulips or the So Mara and riots. Let's talk about Mara and riots. Let's do Mara. Know that one the best. So yeah, they are closely connected, of course, to what Bitcoin does. Everybody knows that. So I'm not gonna wait on news from Bitcoin. So what you have to bear in mind, if Bitcoin goes down any further today or tomorrow, then is there some kind of support here that it respected during other crashes or other rises? So did not respect the 9 and the 20 here, but respected here the 50. So to the upside, there's a lot of resistance here now at this 20 level. So keep that in mind if you want to play a Mara. If Bitcoin goes up, there is resistance around 25.24, and there's no such thing as a triple top, but there is 25.70. Here is also resistance, and then does anybody pick this one up if it's going down? $20.35. You don't want to go all the way to $20.35. Do you want to write this move? I don't know. I just would be watching this post-market close here. 23.50, that's the nice round number. That's some kind of support right here, and then there's resistance above 25.24, 25.70. But I don't day trade Mara and riots, not as much as I did when it was a $10 stock, because it's just too jumpy for me. And so that's Mara. There are some kind of, but you can't put it in these levels, because if it falls under this 23.50, then it just might fall a long way. You could say that this is also some kind of a level here, but I don't know. Just gonna stick to 23.50, 25.24, 25.70 on Mara. Thank you for that, Steve. Really appreciate that. We did wish. Did you have a stock that you wanted to talk about, Steve? Because now I'm gonna do AEMD. Oh, my grandmother. What happened here? It's up 350% in pre-markets. You tell me. Yeah, we do crypto at the Benzinga, Steve, but I don't. So I leave that to our experts, and we are just trading stocks here, and we're doing great. So this is AMD. It's just, news coming out, I think. So what can I say on AEMD other than I hope you were in this one when it did made this big move here. Not gonna chase that one. Okay, Doulas, the move that can remove COVID from the bloodstream. Well, that's big news. $500 up. Unbelievable. Just keeps going. Where does this one end? Someone's gonna buy it here at the end and then falls down, but you never know where that point is. So because you don't see any levels there, the price action here looks brilliant. So you can get in here and just get out again. If that's your play, it's traded more than 100,000 in this last minute trade. So what do I say? Almost 200,000. So if you just bought it here, then you're now very anxious. AEMD. CLNE, SLDB, also this big move up. This is happening now. Wish, we talked about Wish. Going down here, so you know what I'm going to say. Please trade this one above this 7065 level if you're long bias. Clove W. A lot of happening to the upside today. Let's look at the downside. ONDS, ZME, CVM, EHTG, AMC. A lot of happening. Okay, guys, it's 15 minutes past 5, so we did a great show today because I think that we covered a lot of trades, we covered a lot of stocks, and we talked about some strategies. Talked a lot about stocks, and we saw some real price action to the upside, and now here to the downside on AMC, but it's going to be an interesting day with a lot of volatility. That's so much I can tell you. So this is the end of the show. Please like and subscribe if you want to be so kind. Just takes 1 minute of your day. It's going to be great for Benzinga. I'm back tomorrow at 4 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. That's 10 o'clock Amsterdam time. And I'm also back this afternoon, Amsterdam time 1:30, and that's Eastern Time 7:30, with a small show. If you want to check that out, then follow me on Twitter. Sorry, it's a little bit too early there. Follow me on Twitter. Have a nice trading day. All the information in this show is for information purposes only. It's not advice in any shape, kind, or form. Happy trading today, and see you all tomorrow.